Hello everyone, welcome back. We are here with another house tour. Actually, this time it's going to be a little bit different. This is a 3 property tour. I would there's basically 2 houses and then 1 ruin. So this is a project. If you are looking for a project in a nice central location in Portugal, this is the one for you. It includes the property right over here behind me, that is the ruin space. It has a little bit of a garden as well. This little tiny house over here on the left-hand side, which also has a small garden that backs up to this bubbling brook over here that you can hear maybe in the background. And then finally, the white house that is across the street from that. So these 3 properties can be sold together or they can be sold separate. They do have the same owner. So you can, if you want 1, if you want 2, if you want all 3, these would all make a wonderful project here in Central Portugal. This area is called Escalos Fundeiros, and I'm sorry if I butcher that again. We are very close to Pedrógão Grande. It is 10 minutes maybe away, very, very close. Right up the hill behind where Cody is standing, there are restaurants, cafes. There's actually a brand new pizzeria that Mandy has told us is very good. So again, we are here courtesy of Mandy Walker from IAD Portugal. We will put the price for the property as a whole, as well as the 3 separate units. So if you want to just buy 1 or just buy 2, you'll know the price. We'll put all that in the comments below, as well as the information to contact Mandy so that you can get a look at this place or put in an offer. We are in a very, very quiet, peaceful area. We've been here for maybe half an hour setting up, and I think 2 cars have driven by and then 1 jogger just now. Come over here. Actually, let's go this way because there is this cute little creek right here. And this is the same one that the tiny house, we'll call it the tiny house, it flows right next to the tiny house, right at the edge of the property there. So this is the kind of sounds you hear. There's birds chirping, the creek running, but no traffic. I hear no traffic noise at all, except the occasional car that drives by. So this is a very nice, peaceful, quiet area. Now to start our tour, we're going to go into the house that is habitable, that you could live in as you're fixing up the rest of the property. You probably want to do a little bit of work in there before you moved in, and we'll kind of show you that, and then we'll take a look at the other 2 properties. So we were just on the bridge over there where Cody showed the bridge. So again, the tiny house is now on the right, the ruin is on the left, and we are standing at the entryway of the habitable house. This house has 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. It's located on 2 levels. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see the lower level because we don't have the key for that right now. It has about 120 meters square. Again, for my Americans, that's about 1,400 square feet. It could be converted in a number of different ways, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. And it does have a very small, not really a yard, but a nice space you could use as like a barbecue area or an outdoor kitchen area. So come on in. Now again, this is a project house, so there is, you probably need a new roof, but some of the windows and doors have already been updated. Not the ones in this room, but around the rest of the house have been updated with the aluminum windows, double glazed, everything. There is a little bit of water damage, so these are all things you're going to want to mediate before you move in, but this house right now is habitable. So let's go this way. A nice sized full bathroom. It does have everything you need. It's got the tub, it's got the sink, it's got the bidet and the toilet, and again, brand new windows and the shutters. So a few things have been done, and that's just one less thing that you would have to do to fix this place up. Over here, we have the right now, it's set up as a dining room. I would say this would probably be better as a living room. But again, what you're probably going to want to do when you come in here, take everything out, down to the studs, rebuild it and reorganize it how you would want it done. And you'll see why in a few minutes. But this room, pretty nice sized. You could fit, if you had actually turned the table this way, you could have a living room space, a dining room space. And again, 2 brand new windows with the shutters and everything. So aluminum windows, double glazed or double paned, very nice. But again, it's a project house for sure. We do have hardwood floors here. They actually seem in pretty good condition, pretty sturdy. I'm not feeling uneven at all. If you can save these floors, that's one less thing again you'd have to do, and they are very, very nice floors. Over in here we have the first bedroom. It's not a huge space. You know, I can almost stretch my arms and touch both sides if the bed was in here. But again, it's got the brand new double pane windows, and it's looking out over, I believe, the neighbor's roof. So there's not much of a view from this room. But again, if you take all of this down, you can maybe turn this into either one bigger bedroom if you take the wall down between here, or take this wall down and have this be like the living room, dining room area. The other bedroom is on the other side of this. And then if you go over here, in the second bedroom, if you took out this wall right here, that would lead into the kitchen. So maybe you take this wall down, this becomes the living room and dining room, entryway into the kitchen, that's a bedroom, and then there is still another bedroom. Again, numerous ways that you could reconfigure this room to turn it into what you want. And there is a window, however, that window does look out over the sunroom, not the exterior of the house, which is why I think this is probably the one I would get rid of this bedroom and kind of turn it into a pass through into the kitchen and have a nice little living space in here. Or maybe this is the dining room and that's the living room. Lots of options. Is it?
It sounds hollow.
Yeah, I don't think that one's I don't think that's a support wall. But again, you will want to make sure you get the plans in, you do everything by the book. But this could be a very lovely house, and it'd be really great to see kind of this nice historic house rebuilt up.
Depends on your needs.
Yeah.
And I could also see where you redo one bedroom and then turn this smaller one into like a small office if that's your need.
And there is a whole lower level. So another option you could have is to take that lower level, turn that into your living space. That's your kitchen, that's your dining room, that's your living room. And up here, you reconfigure it to be maybe 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, because you could convert the kitchen into a bathroom. And then you could almost even have like a main suite, non-suite.
Yeah, and I was saying earlier it would make sense to kind of finish the bottom part because then you can insulate it underneath and keep it warm throughout the whole house here.
And then in here is the kitchen space. So we're coming back through kind of this nice sunroom area here. The kitchen space is quite nice. It's a galley style kitchen. So we have this beautiful fireplace, which is quite lovely. It'd be nice if you could keep that. Maybe, I don't know if you turn this into a bathroom, but maybe this could be the bedroom and that turns into the bathroom. Lots of opportunity. Again, brand new windows there, brand new window there. So windows are already done. Just one less thing you have to do. I would probably want to replace this flooring. It is a little older, a little beat up. So again, work to do in here, but if you can do it and get it done, it would be a very nice space.
Well, it's a small home, so it would be kind of a smaller project.
And it's just the location is so nice here. I did mention a few things about the location when we were outside, so I want to mention that really quickly. Like I said, Pedrógão Grande is about 10 minutes away. You're about 15 minutes from Figueiró dos Vinhos, which has a lot more amenities. It's a little bit of a bigger city, but Pedrógão Grande will have most of what you need. I know it has a health center. It has some really nice restaurants and parks, really nice kind of town center area with lots of shops. You are an hour and 45 minutes from both Lisbon and Porto driving. So you are, again, in a nice central location here in Central Portugal, and you're only about 40 minutes drive from Coimbra. So if you have a student who's going to university in Coimbra, it's actually a reasonable commute, I think. And then, again, this is what we're going to call the habitable house that you could live in. So fix this house up, live here, fix the next one up, fix the next one up, and you have your own little corner of Central Portugal. I'm going to set that there. Don't let me forget that. All right, now coming through here is the third So third bedroom, it is quite small, but again, it has the new windows in place. This would be the one that's a little bit more office sized, I would say, although, I mean, they have a twin sized bed in here. It fits. This is actually quite a massive dresser. So it's not too small, but it is kind of a tight squeeze once you get these big pieces of furniture in here. So again, something you might want to consider reformulating where things are and how they are in here. And again, if you move your living area, your kitchen, your living room, and your dining room downstairs, this whole area can be dedicated to bedrooms. Install a staircase somewhere, or even just have that outside staircase too. Whatever you want to do, this space is kind of a blank slate that you just have to get all the furniture out of here, clear out as much as you can, and rebuild it how you want.
Surprised you didn't mention the pink bathroom.
It is a pink bathroom. Actually, I should mention that. I love pink bathrooms. I would love it if whoever bought this house somehow kept that pink bathroom. So we have really nice stairs actually going up. I mean, there are definitely elements of this house that are still in good condition, can be kept, and you just work with what you have. This is the entryway. I have a friend, to the lower level that, again, unfortunately we don't have the key for, so we cannot get in there. But it is basically a room that runs from the corner there to about right here, and just a big open space. It's about the same depth as the space upstairs.
Yep, and you got your hookup for laundry right there behind you, even though they have the old laundry system right here. And you can actually, we peeked in there, and there is actually
Get the light.
I think an olive mill in there, so it's quite open and quite big underneath. So I think it would make sense to
shine the light kind of over.
Actually
there you go.
Finish it off a little bit underneath, and you'll keep the rest of the house warm. And you do have quite a bit of square footage down here that you can work with. It looks like they had wine storage underneath.
I'm not quite tall enough to get to see all that, but I'm told it's pretty nice down there. Another thing you could do is even extend the house to about here, because there is enough space, and this is where you could put maybe an internal staircase or something, so you don't lose the interior space, but you can kind of expand it out, because this is a nice open area that you could do a lot with. While we're out here, kind of in the outdoor, this is the nice outdoor barbecue area. It is walled, so if you have a pet that you want to run around, probably put some faux grass in here, or just turn it into a sitting area and a barbecue area. That is north, right there. South, so sun's right overhead right now. East, that direction, and west over there. So that is your sun direction. Right now it is about 12:40 p.m. on where we were end of November here. This means the sun is not quite as high in the sky as it usually is, but it's right over here. It's shining nicely into this open barbecue area. So you're gonna get a lot of sunlight in this area. And you'll get a lot of sunlight then through those windows over there that lead into the, let's see, that's the bathroom and then the living room area. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm directionally challenged. You'll quickly learn that. So that is the first part of this property. And again, we have two more. So now we're going to head over and take a look at what we're calling the tiny house. So if you are wanting a nice, quaint little tiny house in Central Portugal, I got the one for you. Follow me. And I do not believe the whole time we were in there, or even out here, a single car has driven by. So it almost does kind of feel like you have your own space here. So even if you live in that one, maybe use this one as a guest house, this one as your like animal, where you keep your animals.
Or in-laws.
Or in-laws, or older kids. Like I said, we're only 40 minutes from Coimbra. Lots of options. I'm going to take a look at the outside space of this one because I think that's really what I like about this one, especially is this nice outdoor space here. They did just, kind of ripped it up. They were, you have to maintain your land here. So it has just been done, which is why there's no grass or anything growing in this space. But you do have nice soil here. This could be a whole garden space.
Yep, I'm glad you mentioned that. The soil's really dark,
Yeah, very
as you can
rich here.
see, and along the sides they have grapes here. And it looks like the grapes produce quite a bit of grapes
Yep.
that were sitting there.
And then over here is the property line. And this is the creek that we were standing by earlier. The tiny house is only about 40 square meters. Again, for my Americans, that's like 450 square feet. It is 2 levels. It technically has 1 bedroom, no bathroom right now, although I have a joke coming up about that in a second. It does border the stream here, and all along here you do have the grapevines. You can even still see some of them hanging on over there. So it does produce a lot of grapes in the small area. It has land of about 240 square meters, so it's not huge, but it's definitely a piece of land that could be very productive. Plant some fruit trees, have a garden space. It is all walled in and protected, so something you could very easily create whatever you want to do in this space. Over here where Cody is at is like a pergola, but again up above is grapevines. So it's completely covered, and this would make, I'd put some stones here and have a nice little patio space. And yes, even though it doesn't have a bathroom, it does come with a bidet. That's the joke. Okay.
But you do have a storage behind you here, which they're storing some planters
We can go in.
and plants.
So we're going to head inside. Again, this is something you would want to consider how you want to use the space. At this time, there is no bathroom or kitchen in this one. So consider where you'd want to put that, maybe down below, and have the bedroom upstairs, or however. This would make a lovely rental too for somebody, or again, in-law suite, older child, somebody who doesn't need a lot of space, but likes kind of the more small,
Separation.
tiny home feel type thing. Less to maintain, but you still have a nice little garden. I'm gonna let Cody go in and watch out for the cobwebs. And there is electricity, mains water, and mains sewer to all 3 of these properties available. So they're right there. They're part of the town. So we have 2 different rooms down here. Maybe you turn one into a kitchen and then somehow convert one into a bathroom as well, and then have like a nice living space. So you can turn this into something very nice, and it wouldn't take too much because it's already a nice spot, and it's small, so
It
you
looks
don't
like
have to
this
do
was
too
actually
much.
a bread oven on the outside.
Yes, there is a bread oven. I forgot to mention that. So the outside space where the bidet was, I joke, I'm not going to stand there. That is the other side of that bread oven. So maybe this back part right here, kitchen, and then this front part right here, even this side kitchen, this side bathroom, and then living room in here, or maybe kitchen, living room, bathroom, or we could even maybe squeeze the bathroom upstairs too. And we'll take a look at that next. And this is the bedroom space. So again, it's a tiny house. It doesn't have a ton of space, but it has a lot of things that you can work with. The floors are a little soft, so you want to make sure you reinforce it from below, but the ceiling height is pretty good in here. Big enough to put queen size bed, and we were saying even possibly if you split the room right about here, so where Cody's standing could become the bathroom, and this side could be the bedroom. So there is a way to maybe sneak a bedroom or a bathroom up here as well as a bedroom, or put it down below. But that's where we're at with this one. So this is what we're calling the tiny house. Again, the habitable house is across the street, and the ruin is across the street over there, which is where we're going to go look next. So this is the space we are calling the ruin. It consists of 2 urban articles. So there's actually one on this side and then one on this side. And you could split it up into 2 separate houses or just one if you would like. The first article is about 70 meters square, and the second one is about 111 meters square. And then it also has this nice garden space right here. And again, if you didn't want a third house, this could be what you'd use as your bigger garden space, or where you keep some animals if you would like. In fact, there's already a chicken coop over here. And again, we have some grapes growing right here. With a little bit of maintenance, you could definitely turn this into a nice productive garden space. There's one space down below where they clearly used to keep maybe sheep or goats, smaller animals. Is the light on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can keep it that way and raise your own animals, or take this all apart, turn this into living space. Again, it's a project. This whole space is a project space, but if you want to do the work, if that's what you're looking for, this is a wonderful, like 3 different properties that each kind of offer their own thing, and you can turn it into whatever it is you want to turn it into. Over here is the chicken coop area. And again, the whole thing is walled with a stone wall. So chicken coop area over here, and there's just a tiny little corner space over here. Probably best for a little garden, maybe put a fruit tree there or something, although it can't be too tall because the grapes are growing right above your head. And then, let's see, there's the space over here. This is the water tank, correct?
Used to be. I thought it was for wine storage, but I believe it was water.
Yep. But again, you don't need that. You have mains water. Take that out and you have another separate space there. And then the third room over here. Careful, Cody.
All good.
Cody's trying to walk around with a lot of brambles.
Well, you got to get in there.
Looking through the phone.
There's even a back area.
Oh.
What I like about these is there's always a story with them, it seems like.
Yeah.
And it goes through to the back. But we're going to go around. So it looks like this was for the bigger animals, maybe like a sheep.
Goats over there, sheep over here, chickens over here.
Something. Who knows? I'd love to know the story.
So this one doesn't have technically any bedrooms, any bathrooms, because it is just a room, but you can, do you want to go sneak a peek up the stairs?
Oh yeah.
Careful of the floor, but Cody was walking around earlier. It does seem sturdy enough.
Honestly, the floors are in pretty good condition. You can tell there is a lot of storage in here. They have the storage racks. I wouldn't walk on them if they were iffy, and within all these ruins, for the most part, they looked really stable. But you can tell there's like a little spot right here where it's starting to get wet, so over time, you might
will
want to
definitely
just
need
take
a
care
new
of things.
I don't think I pointed this out, but since you're right there, hold on a second. If you look over at the tiny home right over there, it does have a new roof. So that's, again, that house has the new windows. This house has the new roof. Certain things are already done for you, so you just come in and finish it off however it is you want to finish it off. There is more to this one too, as well. This is actually quite, I mean, I think the ruin is the biggest space here.
Seems like all these little places have a little bit more space than you'd expect.
It kind of goes on, and there's things past other things, and you just don't always expect it. So we have a little side storage area right here, and if you go up the ladder, you can actually see the back half of the upper side.
So this was the little connection to the bottom part that we were already in.
And
Come back here, this was probably storage for like their little tractor and woodwork. And then up here, you have a whole loft. Now this one, I can't really see the floor.
Careful, Cody. I don't want to lose you.
And this one, I could see there's a board lining it. So on this side, I would say you're probably going to be looking at maybe putting in a new floor. But there is an old bathtub in here, so it looks like it's able to support some weight.
Some weight. At some point, it probably supported a lot of weight. There's definitely some really like the stones here. Can you peek through there? No. Just some fun elements, things that you would definitely probably want to keep and integrate into the space that you turn it into. Yeah, you got a lot to work with.
Well, what's interesting too is you could either buy all three, or you can buy one separately, or two, or however, whichever ones are interesting to you. But also over time, since they're smaller homes, you can work on one, live in another, smaller home, smaller projects. But you are right next to the main road, so sewage and electricity and everything
water.
else, you wouldn't have many problems doing any of those projects.
The hookups would be very easy just because everything is right here. I do believe there's also a fiber internet box up there. We have 4G phone service right here as well. Everything you would need. And there are some houses that are habited here, so you're not completely by yourself in this little tiny village. That one I'm not sure, but there is definitely the one on the other side over here. Somebody is living there. I can see they have their clothes out, their windows are open. So there are people here. You wouldn't be completely by yourself, but you have this whole corner right here all for you, and you can do whatever you want with it. Or if you want just one, maybe you want this one ruin as your project because you like the garden space, you like the size of it, then you just buy this one. Or if you're into the tiny home with the little yard, that one right there, or the slightly larger, more habitable home over here. Again, it's a project. You're going to want to take it to the local camera. You want to get it approved, but it, would be a nice way to just kind of create a completely customized space that you want and create a really nice entrance into this little village too.
And then you do have the right to rebuild, I believe is a thing here. And then I did see right up the side road here to Jay's right, someone was working on a house over there. So there is work and projects going on nearby. So I'm sure you can network and find the things that you need to.
Yep. Again, you just want to take your plans, get those written up, submit them, get them approved, and then start the work. And I have heard that the price is negotiable. So if you want all three, that's definitely something you would want to bring in an offer and see how it goes. But yeah, again, the information to contact Mandy Walker with IAD Portugal will be down in the description, along with the price for the properties together or them separate, and information to get in touch with Mandy about that. But I'm Jay, that's Cody, we're exploring in Portugal, and you know what? We still have another home tour to do today, which we'll be bringing to you on the channel here in a couple of days. So we'll see you soon.